How we doing, brothers? Welcome to another talk. So I wanted to talk to you today mainly about your frequency and how unalignment of your preferred frequency shows up in your life. Now, it has come to my knowledge that some of you feel unaligned in your life. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about alignment and what that truly means. And let's also talk about depression and anxiety and how it expresses itself. Now, I'm going to explain this in examples. It's the easiest way. So let's say I don't want to do something. I don't want to take a line tonight, right? Because I used to take quite a lot of those. So let's say one of my friends calls me up and says, let's buy something, let's have ourselves a chill night, let's do something, let's go out to a club. Now, me believing in myself, my true self, right? That I don't take drugs, for example. That's what my alignment is, that's my true self. If I change my identity already to somebody who's not consistently using or doing whatever it may be, when the opportunity comes and then I don't stay true to myself, that's when I get unaligned. That's when my path is straight, but then I go some other way for some reason. And there's many reasons for that. So unalignment really means not doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. That it's as simple as that. That's all it means. Now, how do we get aligned? I've been talking about meditation and self-worth because that plays a huge part into it. Let's say, for example, I don't believe that I'm worthy of being sober, healthy, wealthy, in a good relationship. Then I'm not going to do anything towards this. Even though in my true self, I know I'm worthy, I can't express that because I don't believe it, right? So we really need to work on our self-worth first to get aligned. Now, how do we work on our self-worth? This is the hard journey, or at least this has been the hardest step for me, because I used to hate myself, and I guess many people my age, many guys, many men go through this also. So we have to start caring for ourselves. Then we are not going to let ourselves down, if that makes sense. Then if we have a good relationship with ourselves, we are going to keep the promises that we make with ourselves, and we are going to be aligned. Now, how does this show up in our daily life? How do we build this connection with ourselves? How do we become our best friend? Because that's the actual goal. Well, it's simple things. For example, in the morning, try to get some breakfast. For example, you drink coffee. Make it exactly the way you like it. Don't half-ass it. Whatever you're doing for yourself, you're going to take a shower, take the time and actually enjoy the shower. Whatever you're doing, try to enjoy it. Enjoy the time with yourself. Take the time to reflect. Look yourself in the mirror, into your eyes, and say thank you for showing up today. And this should be a daily practice for everybody. In the morning, I don't do this in the morning, but you can use such affirmations to build this trust with yourself, to work toward something. In the evening, I really like, after I brush my teeth, I like to look me in the eyes and just say thank you for showing up. Not thank you for doing a good job, not thank you for the way I acted or whatever. I just say thank you for showing up. And trust me, that goes a long way. And now we come back to discipline. Make your bed in the morning. Like, really, I know it's such bullshit, but just make your bed in the morning. That's going to build confidence within you. That's going to allow you to to have a better relationship with you, and everything is going to be easy, or easier, let's say. Now, there's many influences in this life, lots of influences. And the thing is, if we are not truly embedded, if we don't know our frequency, right? We are just going to get bombarded by other people's frequencies, by events happening in our day, whatever the case may be, right? Also, when we act out of alignment with ourselves, that's usually when the world goes to shit. That's usually when bad luck happens. Because we are not staying on our frequency, and we're going into the hell's frequency, so to say. We're going into a lower frequency, and that happens because we are doing something we know we shouldn't do. And after we do that, you might not feel guilty consciously, but I guess you are, because you are going to feel at least a little bit guilty or shameful, or whatever it may be, a bad feeling. But even if you don't feel that in your unconscious, that's what your body is going to reflect. And you being in such a state, in a negative state, that's going to show up in your life. Now we go into esoteric knowledge, and we go into metaphysics and science and religion, but all of those things mean the same thing. They're all saying the same shit in different forms. So you being in a negative state, from a religious point of view, that's hell for you. That's eternity of hell. And the thing is, if you go into this loop, if you get into it of negative feelings, the negative feelings are going to create negative thoughts for you. And because you cannot control your mind, and you think you are the mind, by the way, you are not the mind nor the body, but we really believe that, and that's why it can influence us. Because we cannot control the mind, we get attached to our feelings and to our thoughts, which just creates a loop. Because we get attached to our thoughts, which creates bad feelings in the body, which we cannot get rid of, because we don't meditate, and we don't practice shadow meditation. And that creates another negative thought, which we give attention to again and again. But seeing how easy it is to get into this hell spiral, so to say, that's how I call it, right? It's just a circle. It's just as easy to get into a positive one. But first, imagine yourself, you're like a balloon, right? Like a helium balloon. You're trying to go up to heaven, to a good frequency, to positive attitude, to all of the good things in life, to God. And there's like mud on you, there's like dirt, which is just keeping you down, and you cannot rise to higher frequencies. Even if you try consciously and you put an effort to feel positive today, that's why people who are overly positive, then they take a huge fall afterwards, because you still have all of this mud on you, all of this dirt, and you're trying to push higher and higher. And you're going to be able to do that as long as you have the energy. But once the energy runs out, because we don't practice semen retention, and we don't take good care of our body, we don't watch what we eat, we don't sleep enough, guess what's going to happen? Energy disappears and we fall back. But we don't fall back where we were, we actually fall even harder than before, which creates another loop and another negative spiral. So how do we finally get out of this? Well, the first step is to realize that it's not you, it's not a part of you, it's just a process that happens within you because you allowed it unconsciously. You know, a bad reality, a bad life comes out of ignorance. And that's not to judge you, that's not to blame you. All it means is that there's need for more awareness into your life. You need to become aware of little things. And by little things, I just mean your mind. You might look out like I am doing right now and see this reality that we live in, this world. And you think everything is one way or the other, which is actually false. There is no truth in this life. There are only half truths. Everybody lives in their own little world. They're, they have no idea what you believe in, because everybody believes something different. Let's say you believe everybody's out to get you. You are never going to get a good job. Your woman is gonna cheat on you. You are just constantly thinking negative things. You believe this. The reason you believe it's true is because you being in that low frequency, you are going to meet people that are also living in that frequency with you. That doesn't mean it's true. There's people in this world that are just effortlessly abundant and happy, and they have beautiful relationships and the most beautiful women ever. Like, they have everything with no effort, because that's how they see life and that's how life treats them in return. But we see people that are like us, and we believe that's true because that's also true for this person and this person, but it doesn't have to be. The only reality that it's true is the reality that you have in your mind and the way that you see reality. And we really have to understand this. Your subconscious mind makes no difference from whatever story you tell it. If you tell yourself that you are abundant, you are wealthy, you are healthy, you have everything you ever wanted, the key is to hold that frequency long enough for the universe to react to it. I know this might sound like some Amazon magic, voodoo, whatever, but it's science and it's metaphysics and it's religion. Like, trust me, there's people smarter than us who have studied those things for longer than you and me are alive. So let's really put our trust into people that are smarter than us. Now, me, I'm not smart. I'm not very smart at all. And I had to actually accept that. And that's why I stopped trying to think for myself so much. Let's look out for people who know better than us and let's just listen. I've heard somebody once say, don't put trust into your mind. Look at your life and look where your mind has got you so far. Do you like where your mind has gotten you? And if the answer is no, then you should just listen to me or to somebody who's having a better life than you. But if we believe we are so smart and we can figure it out, and you're never going to listen to other people, you're going to be ignorant, and that's why your life is going to be so bad. It comes out of ignorance. Let me take a sip. So, I don't know what you want to manifest into your life or what you're trying to change. But the simple key is, the simplest way to put it is change your frequency to your preferred reality and maintain that until the universe brings that into your life. Now, how do we raise our frequency? That's quite easy. We have to change the story into our heads, into our minds. The mind is always going to say some bullshit. It's just like offers. Imagine you go to Turkey and there's like the big market in the streets, and they just come to you like, buy this, good price, whatever. That's exactly how the mind acts. It just tries to offer you bullshit. Believe in this, think about this, give me some attention. Just realize it's all bullshit, and it has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you because you are not the mind. So we can change the mind however we want because it's just a tool. So don't identify with the mind. You are not the mind. How do we change the story into our mind, which will actually change our fate? I'm going to get to that in a second. For example, each time you have a thought into your mind that is not aligned with your preferred reality, because that's all we're trying to do, right? We're not trying to be like Jesus really, or like some I don't even know. We just want to have the life we want to have. Simple as that. So let's keep our thoughts in that way. If you want to be a millionaire and you want to buy something and your mind goes, it's too expensive, change it in that second. Say, it's not expensive. Say, it's cheap. It's actually cheap. If you want to talk to a girl and your mind goes, nah, we can't do that. Even if you don't go talk to the girl, at least change the story into your mind and say, we can do that. We've always done that. It's easy. We could always do that. It's just easy. Keep this into your mind. Life is easy. Life is fun. What I've also realized is depression really comes out of a life that has no fun in it. It doesn't matter how hard your life might be. If you're having fun, life is gonna make sense. Life is gonna be fun, right? You're gonna want to wake up, do the things you want to do, and be happy about it. But the second we start having fun, that's when all of this bullshit comes in. So really try to have as much fun as possible. Now let's get back to how story into your mind actually changes your fate. Because people believe in fate, but fate is just the unconscious mind creating your reality without you realizing that. So by changing the story into your mind, you are going to change your thoughts. By changing your thoughts, you're going to change your beliefs. By changing your beliefs, you're going to change your frequency / vibration. And once you changed your vibration, that's the message you're sending out. And because the universe responds to your vibration, because everything is energy, right? The all is mental. Everything is mind, so to say. Everything is made out of the same things. This is just an illusion that we think we're different, but we are actually not. So once the vibration changes and the frequency changes, the universe will react differently to you, to the new story you told yourself. And it's just as easy as that. And it might not even be as easy as that, but there's no reason to believe it's not. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, all that matters is the way you look at it. That's all that matters. If you believe life gives you everything you ever wanted for nothing in return, that's how it's going to be. For example, millionaires, self-made, there's so many of them, right? Many of them had to work hard, to hustle for it. Now, I don't believe in the hustle mentality and the working hard mentality to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. I don't believe in that. It makes no sense. But it makes no sense for me because I believe that I can achieve things with less effort, effortlessly. But if you believe that good things come only of hard work and many hours and you being away from your family and not spending time with your friends, that's the only way it's going to work out for you. Because that's the message you're giving the universe. It's like, I want all of these things. And what I'm willing to give in return is exactly this. And until I'm able to give this, I will not believe that I'm worthy of that. So your vibration will be of unworthiness until that mission gets completed. And there comes the other thing, the sacrifice part of changing your reality. Now, you don't have to sacrifice nothing to get what you want. But because we are humans and we cannot just believe that, yeah, I'm abundant, everything comes to me effortlessly from one day to the other. This gets built with time and I'm not even there yet. It takes, I guess, a lifetime to achieve like a yogi mindset like that. That's why we make deals with the universe and with ourselves. It's like, I'm willing to give this up to get that in return. But the sacrifice is only mental. And it's not really a sacrifice, it's just letting go. It's like in my preferred reality, I am not taking any substances, I am not wasting my time, I am not speaking bad with people. I am not being an asshole, if you know what I mean. That's, let's say, my preferred reality. And me, for example, giving up and sacrificing me being let's say, a bad person, or being somebody who fights with other people frequently, that's the sacrifice I make to become this new identity which is aligned with my highest self and with my preferred reality and my preferred identity. So I do have to let go of this. And I guess there's things in your life that you have to let go of, because two identities, two realities cannot coexist at the same time. So we do have to let something go. Now we go back to religion, where God says, I don't remember the exact quote, but it was, or quote from the Bible, it was something like, you cannot be with the devil and with God at the same time. You have to choose one. And if you are with neither of them, then, or if you are with both, then you're actually with the devil. Then you're living in the hell reality. So we really have to choose, and not really choose, because we already know what we want. It's not really about choosing what we want, it's just becoming aware enough of what we actually want. And that gets understood through meditation and time alone with ourselves. Now, I yapped a little bit. As always, there's no script to this. I'm just pouring my mind and heart out, and hopefully I can make some clicks happen into your mind, because that's how I changed. There's like moments of clarity that happened either in life or from advice from people or dreams or praying to God. And when enough of these clicks happen, that's when you become awakened spiritually, so to say. Now, I got asked how to get through the day. I guess when bad situations arise, what kind of music or books would I recommend, and if I drink alcohol or use substances. Now, me personally, so you know where I'm coming from, I've used substances and alcohol for around 12 years on a consistent basis, and I've been sober for 6 months in a week or something like that. I have an app for that. Now, I've been trying to get awakened spiritually. I didn't even know what this meant for not long ago, but I've been trying for a long time to achieve the state that I'm in right now, and to be able to maintain this consistently. Now, do I think alcohol is bad? No, I don't think alcohol is all bad. I do think that you have to quit it completely, because this is the sacrifice I'm talking about. It's the letting go. Because third reality, your best self imaginable probably doesn't drink alcohol. I'm not saying we should all become saints. What I'm saying is, take a break from bad habits and actually become your highest self first. And when you're able to be your highest self all the time and maintain that and actually identify with that, then I don't mind you drinking alcohol. I could actually go drink a beer or two right now, but it's just that's not me anymore. So it makes no sense. But I had to quit it to come to this point where I can go and drink something without it affecting me, but I don't even want to. So yeah, I do think alcohol is harmful for you if you're not there yet, so to say. Like, really ask yourself this question: how are you feeling most of the time? If the answer is bad feelings, negative emotions, then stop all of the substances. Stop watching YouTube so much, and by that I mean shorts. Such informational and educational spiritual videos I find very helpful for somebody, like longer videos. But the shorts and Instagram reels and all of this bullshit is just fucking up your dopamine receptors. So let's stop indulging in such bad things for ourselves. For example, I told you the balloon example. The mud and the dirt, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. The one glass of wine, the 10 minutes watching TikTok, the 10 minutes watching the news, the 10 minutes getting angry, the 10 minutes getting frustrated in traffic. This is all the mud that's on you right now, and that's why you cannot ascend to a higher reality and a higher frequency. Now let's talk about music, because I think this is also something that influences us more than we actually realize. I remember in the past I used to listen to very aggressive music, trap, rap, such things, right? And what I've come to understand is that the songs in themselves are not bad. I actually do still listen to rap and trap songs and like hype songs, if you know what I mean, like that empower you, like I'm the man, whatever they're talking about, I get bitches, I get money. It's the same shit, right? But if you don't believe you are the man, if you don't believe you get the bitches, right, and the money and the opportunities, you listening to such songs, it's going to harm you, because it's going to be a contradiction in your mind always. There's not going to be peace. Like I said, take a break with everything, and once you actually believe you are the man, then you can listen to whatever the fuck you want. Would I recommend any books? Sure, there's lots of books out there that are probably going to help you, but not in the state that you are in right now. I remember in the past I used to get so much information and read so much and look at so many videos, and I had like what are those called, books to write in, whatever. I used to write so much and take so many notes, but the information did not stick with me because I was not aligned with that information. So no, I would not recommend you not watching, but reading any books right now. What I recommend is just getting at peace first, getting your mind on point, listening to your body, and after you feel grounded in your own frequency and you feel strong enough to be yourself no matter what happens into your life, to not get, you can get pissed off sometimes, you can get angry sometimes, but it shouldn't be very frequent. And the moment I know this is going to make you angry, and the moment when somebody knows how you are going to react to something, that means there's work to be done. You can get frustrated from time to time, but it should not be a daily thing that happens. And we only get through all of those feelings by doing the shadow work. And what that means is going home. This is one of those deep meditations that we have to do. The shadow work can be done through the day, but it's usually less effective, and if you have no experience with it, it's probably not going to work. So it's better to reflect before you go to sleep. You being tired, you're going to feel the emotions even harder than normally. So it's going to be easier to realize what you're feeling in that moment and what went wrong. So go home, sit on your bed in a meditative position, whatever it may be, and think about your day. But actually wait, before you get to think about your day, there's work to be done before you can reflect on your days. Because there's work to do from the days before, for the years before today, which have not been felt yet, have not been given attention to yet. And that's where the shadow work comes in. You probably have memories, like I used to have flashbacks even, of things you said, of things that happened to you, of bad experiences in your life, and that's going to make you feel a certain kind of way. Now this is all mud, this is all shit that you're carrying with you, that's weighing you down, and it's not allowing you to raise to your preferred reality. So we have to sit down and focus on those emotions. Now why do those emotions come up? And why do those memories come up? It's only because your mind stores beliefs and experiences. Your body stores the feelings, so it knows if it should fight or run away from the situation, right? It's all about survival. So the next time you feel the guilt, the shame, just sit with it. That's all the body wants. It just wants to know you understood what happened in that situation. And after you learn the lesson, it's not enough to learn the lesson into your mind. With your mind, it's necessary to also get this energy out of your body. Now there's people that really do the whole meditation for the chakras and open the chakras, but it's not as effective as just doing the shadow work, because there's things from your past, from your childhood trauma, right, that needs to be worked through. And it's not always going to come up on those 30 minutes you sit down to do the shadow work. Not everything is going to come up. That's why through the day I like to, when I feel something, when I get a memory, a bad feeling, it doesn't really happen now, but it used to. I used to keep a mental note of that, or even write it down in my phone. It was like this experience, this feeling. And then when I went home, I could recall those feelings that my body was showing me, and those memories, those pictures. And then I could work through them. And trust me, you don't realize how much those memories stored in your body are just weighing you down. They're slowing you down. So it's important to do the shadow work. There's hypnosis videos on YouTube. You don't need them, but it's very useful at the beginning till you start learning how to actually do it. How you should watch it, how you should search it, I guess you could just write something like hypnosis video for guilt, shame, for negative emotions, or you could even search it for shadow work. I'm not sure if there's any. I know there are many for guilt and shame. So really put the work in. It's like washing your container. See yourself as God sees you, right? We are just containers that contain God's energy and divine energy. But because you are so full of dirt and bullshit and just things that don't even matter, there's no place for something good to come into your life. That's why we have to sacrifice. And by that I mean letting go. Even the memories that we have, we sometimes don't want to let go of that because we are afraid. If we let go of that, it's going to happen again. But we do have to let go of that. We have to understand that we are adults, we are people, we are smart people, right? And we can learn from our mistakes. Don't see yourself as stupid or as retarded even. Understand the power that you have. And trust yourself that, yes, I have learned from this lesson. And my God, if it happens again, it happens. Fuck it, who cares? Also, another thing, don't give a fuck what people think about you. It really doesn't matter. It might seem like it does, like they care about you, like they give a shit, but nobody does. It's really just you in this world. You and your family, I might say, I might add. Other people, other friends, really don't give a fuck. If you are feeling low, if you want to put the work in today to meditate and to work on yourself, and there's work calling you, just turn your phone off. Who even cares what they're talking about? Who even cares what they... As long as it's not an emergency, like, just don't even respond to the messages. Stop thinking so much and really just focus on what you know you want to do. Simple as that. Just really be focused on your own life. I see people too many times just very ready to help even. It's not a bad thing, but they're trying to help other people more than they're helping themselves. And trust me, that's not a good way, to live. Like, that's why the saying comes, bad things always happen to good people. Yeah, because they are good people, but they don't care about themselves enough. They always put other people above themselves. So there also has to be balance in the universe, right? So if something bad happens to me, then something good may happen to you. And if all of they're putting it into other people, who's gonna prosper? Are they going to prosper? I guess not, because they put no energy there. Where attention goes, energy grows, flows. So put your attention on you. See yourself as a plant, even as a flower. The flower needs water, it needs sunshine, and in your case you also need sleep. I don't know if flowers sleep, but really see yourself as something that needs taken care of. You cannot just work as a robot. Your mind cannot work constantly. It needs pauses. It needs time to just exist. Your body also, it just needs to slow down sometimes. Really take care of yourself. You are the only person you can take care of. I mean, sure, you can take care of your friends to an extent, or your family, or your dog, whatever. But the only person you can truly take care of is you. Go exercise. Keep your body active. Keep your body strong. For example, you can't build confidence because there's so many years behind you where you've been unconfident, and because you've been unconfident, that's what life showed you, and that made you believe that, yeah, this is the reality because look what happened in this situation, whatever the fuck, right? Because you made that happen unconsciously because you felt unconfident. But if you cannot just change, have that click in your mind, if the affirmations don't work, then do things that make you feel confident. Me, for example, I know that I'm a confident guy most of the time. But if I'm feeling low on confidence, I know that if I go out for a jog and just activate my body and just, I don't know, sweat it out, I'm going to return to my normal frequency. I'm going to be confident again, or raise my confidence. You have to find those things into your life that just help you. And before I used to jog, I used to take alcohol or other substances to numb the pain, so to say. I was not working with the pain. I was not using the suffering. I was just numbing it. I was just pushing it away, another day pushing it away, which got me nowhere, or literally nowhere. So we have to work with the pain, with whatever you're feeling. I still have things I have to work on, and I'm actually kind of like excited for it. Like, imagine there comes one day where you've become perfect in each way you could think of. What is there to do? What's your point in life? What are your goals going to be? Make money, sure, okay, make money. You're gonna keep yourself distracted for 10 years maybe, buying new Ferraris and Lamborghinis. What's next? Where does the purpose come from? Waiting for the new Ferrari to come out? No, that's not how purpose is built. Purpose only feels like purpose. Think about it. Most of us want to be millionaires. Now, also the practice of manifestation is to daydream about whatever preferred reality you want, because the unconscious mind does not make the difference between what you think of and what's actually true, right? But really think about you achieving that. Does that make you happy? I used to want to be a millionaire so bad, till I realized I don't even want the money. I don't need the money to feel how I feel. I don't need the money to have a happy life. Now, I've stayed without money for about half a year, and trust me when I say no money, I really mean it. And that's when I realized I was doing better with no money than with money. Because with money, I was not my highest self, right? Not even close to it. So all I was doing with that money was harming myself. Nothing good came out of money. So first, let's work on ourselves. I really believe that the money is gonna come later when we are ready for it. You know, there's people that win the lottery and their life gets up in a year and they spend all the money because they're not ready. They don't identify as somebody who can use that money to better themselves and the people around them. All they do is self-harm. So really your goals should be working on yourself. Now don't work too hard. This is also something that can be very damaging to you because we can burn out fairly quickly. I'm currently on a bulk and I've realized after a week of eating more than 4,000 calories a day, my body was not feeling it. I was not feeling it. I was tired all the time. So I catched that burnout feeling before it happened because I know when I burn out, my mind is also not going to be right. So it's important for me to keep myself afloat all of the time, even if I have to cut down on my goals for now. Now I'm going to still bulk, but it's going to be a much slower process again, till I can go harder again for longer. So take things slow. And yeah, I've talked for 42 minutes. I really hope I said something that helped you in at least one way today. So yeah, leave some comments. I don't even hope anything. You know, spirituality without the ability to control your reality is vanity. And if I'm being attached to how this video is going to perform, it's not going to perform well. Now, I do want it to help you and to perform well in views and whatever. But because I'm not attached to it, that's no negative emotions about it. There cannot be any negative emotions about it. I literally don't give a fuck how this video performs. I really hope it helped you, but I don't care how many views I get. So yeah, I'm gonna go home. It's been a long day, and I'll see you in the next one.